Hello friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Wednesday, the 22nd of February, 2023. I'm Jeannie. I am so glad you've decided to come along for the ride today. Well, I'm standing in my front yard, and I'm going to go all the way around. You can see my driveway, my car, and you can see our garage door there. Now, quite often when Michael is working outside, and he's been doing a lot of early spring cleaning, which is not unusual in Southeast Alabama to be able to do, but when you have temperatures that are lovely and in the 70s like that, even 80s some days we've had, it's a good time to get the yard all cleaned up and kind of spring, like I said, preparation. So he often will pull the garage door up and it will stay open for hours at a time while he's working in the yard because he's constantly going in and out and getting tools and such. Well, the other day, he was getting ready to get a tool off of the pegboard, and he noticed something a little unusual. Now, just to let you know that when it's really lovely weather out, Michael and I like to go bike riding. And we'll go bike riding mostly in our neighborhood, which doesn't really require a helmet. But of course, if we were going to go out otherwise, like out on the streets, we would wear our helmets. But for the most part, our helmets just hang on the pegboard near his tools right by our bicycles in case we need them, which isn't very, very often. Well, here's what happened. As Michael was going through the garage and went to go get a tool off of the pegboard, he noticed that one of the bicycle helmets had some stuff sticking out of it. So this is what he did. He took it off. He went and got a little closer to it. Turns out that some birds were building a nest in our bicycle helmet. Here, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to take this right here and show you this bicycle helmet. Can you see it? And it has a nest in it. It's like, oh dear, what do we do now? We've got this bicycle helmet with a nest in it. And I felt so bad because, obviously we can't keep it in there because, there's some days where the garage door is only used to open and close for us to get in and out of the house. And it wouldn't be fair to have a bird nest in there. You see, I was thinking about how sometimes we do things with the best of intentions, but we don't think it through or plan it through right. Now, of course, birds are always looking for a nice, safe place to build a nest so that they could hatch their eggs and raise their young and then, of course, send them on their way to grow up and do their own nesting. But that one was not thought through. And think about there's things in your life, maybe buying a house or taking a job or ways you should raise your family or schools you should send your children to and things like that. Sometimes we have the best intentions, but we don't think it through. It's very important to remember, boys and girls, that we don't end up in the wrong place doing the wrong thing like those poor birdies. If I hadn't done anything and I'd have just left the nest like that, and over the next few days, just let the birds go in and out and build it more, and then maybe a mama go in and lay eggs in there, that could be detrimental. Those birdies, it would be unlikely that those birdies would hatch and have a safe environment to come into this world. So the best thing for us to do is to very carefully take that helmet and just rest it by a tree in hopes that they'd either abandon it and start another one or maybe even use it there because that would be a safer place than it would be inside our garage. So boys and girls, my word to you today is just because you have the best of intentions doesn't mean you can't think it through and plan it properly because it could have bad results even though you think it's a good thing. Think it through before you make any decisions like that, like those birdies and that nest. Now listen, go out and be a blessing to somebody today because you may end up being the only one who is. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Jeanne Sigler, Jeanne Sigler. Hit the subscribe button, that notification bell, ding, and every time another Take Two is posting, you will be notified. And don't forget, great music, great programming, UltimateOldiesRadio.com. Every Saturday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, you could tune into my program Through the Eyes of a New York Woman, and then you can hear an encore presentation on Oldie700.com on Sundays, Oldie700.com at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, AM and PM on both those channels. Okay, you be blessed. Have a good one, and remember, you may have good intentions, but don't forget, think it through. It'll pay off in the end. I love y'all. Bye-bye.